Hi, everybody. I'm Mandy. I am your upline director, possibly your recruiter if you joined my personal team. Um, and if maybe you join someone else's personal team, regardless, if you are watching this video here on the Rise and Shine team page, it is for all new consultants who have just joined the entire Sylvester organization. We have some awesome leaders here. A couple of those, Jen Woodcock, she is a director in Midland, and Sarah Klein is the director in Clio. We also have a couple other awesome leaders as well. Jamie Danielle is in Rockford area. Amber Jover is in the Clio area as well. Shayna Gordon is in the Grand Blanc area. All of these ladies have held director title for a while. It maybe back at consultant level, doesn't really matter. And the reason I tell you guys this is because I truly believe every single one of us are a consultant, okay? That's really what we are. We're a Pampered Chef consultant, okay? You're brand new. You just decided to start with Pampered Chef. And somebody like me who has the title of advanced director or senior director, hopefully executive director eventually. That's my goal. We all have to have goals, right? We are all consultants, bottom line, all right? It just, we get that special title when we have so many people join our team and so much in sales and, so on and so forth. So the title is definitely nice because you do get that the extra pay raise, if you will. But there'll be more about that in a different video. But this is for all of us who are consultants, brand new, or who have been selling for a while and just need a nice little refresher. A lot of times with Pampered Chef, I mean, you could sell for a couple months and then maybe have a month off that you didn't really want to do anything, or maybe you haven't sold in a few months and you want to get your business back up and going. Whatever the case is, we're always here to be able to help you and to do that. So anyway, I want to go through a few things that are super important as you become, or just now that you've became a Pampered Chef consultant. And the list is pretty lengthy, and if you haven't realized already, we're already 2.5 minutes into this video, and I'm still in the introduction. I like to talk, and I talk a lot, so I apologize for that. But I just want you to know you have a ton of support here. So you will see, any questions that you have, please post here. Not necessarily on this thread, but throughout the team page that we have. There are no questions that are silly or that shouldn't be asked. So please, by all means, post them, ask them, because chances are somebody else is wondering the same thing. So, and they'll be able to benefit from the answer as well. So thank you very much for joining our team. I appreciate it, and I hope you have fun. Because really, when it all boils down to what's the most important thing with your Pampered Chef business, it's if you are having fun with it, okay? So bottom line, when you go do your parties and you don't know anything because you're brand new and you don't know what something's called, or you can't answer a question because you're new and you're still learning, that's totally fine. You act like a normal person. That makes so you look like a human being, and you just say, you know what, I can find out. Let me text my director real quick, or let me call her real quick, and I can get you an answer in just a couple minutes, or whatever. Or you can get back with them the next day or something. So we're all here for you. So thank you very much for becoming a Pampered Chef consultant on our team. Okay, so anyway, as a brand new consultant, there are a few things that I really, really, really have to stress to you that are super, super important. Okay. So you obviously got your kit, or if you haven't gotten it yet, it's on its way. And inside there is a red box, and I keep looking over here because it's sitting next to me. It's kind of heavy, but regardless, it's a red box, and it says, when you open it up, it says "Welcome to the table." It's really cool, and it has your apron inside, and it has your welcome letter inside. For instance, kind of looks something like this. And in the back there is like a little checklist and all that kind of fun stuff. So I know there's kind of a lot when you're a brand new consultant starting out, so it can be very overwhelming, but just take little bits and pieces at a time, okay? So you're watching this video right now, which is awesome. There's going to be a couple things that I'm going to highlight in here and tell you these are the things you really need to do first, okay? And then, within the first week, couple other things that you want to add on to and get done. All right. But first and foremost, start making a list of questions right now. Okay. It's pretty easy if you do it just on your phone. That's what I've noticed is pretty easy about it, like, in a Word document or like a notes document or something like that. And then make sure that you ask those questions, okay? Again, you can ask them here or you can ask them, in a team meeting or whatever. I actually have a list of questions from one of our newer consultants on the team. I won't use any names because I don't want to embarrass her, but they were awesome. And I really appreciated her sharing them with me because I asked her, I said, hey, can you send those to me so I can, kind of answer them for everybody. And so thank you. I appreciate that. So anyway, first things first, you got your kit ordered. It usually ships to you within 2 to 3 business days from the time you actually get signed up and you sign the agreement online. And by signing, I mean like you just typed your name in and you agreed to become a Pampered Chef consultant, basically. Really what it comes down to is you are wanting to book at least 4 parties in your first month if possible, so you can be as successful as possible with it. And you can talk to your recruiter about that too, and we'll have different videos when it comes to booking and host coaching and recruiting and all the big keys. But another really awesome thing is for you to actually think right now, who would have fun doing this with me? Or who do I think could benefit from a Pampered Chef business? Or who is just a cool person that I like to talk to and hang out with? Because when you start your Pampered Chef business, it's a lot more fun. And actually, you become even more engaged and you become more successful when you start with a friend. So if you know somebody who is interested, talk to me or talk to anybody here, your recruiter, your director, and talk to that person. Do like a 3-way call with them because they can sign on your team and you can instantly become a senior consultant, making a 1% override. So anyway, please, by all means, if there's somebody you can think of, talk to us, okay? All right, so when you're a brand new consultant, you got your kit, you're going to do a launch party, okay? This is your grand opening party or launch party, either or. Chances are your recruiter is going to be there with you, whether it's me or another person on our team. And we have a lot of things to share because chances are you probably don't really know what you're doing at it. And I always tell all of my new consultants, this party that you do, your launch party, will be the hardest one you ever do, okay? And I say that because you are the host, of course, so you're getting all the free products and whatnot as a host would do, but those are all your family and friends too, so you have to entertain them, talk to them, things that a host would do. But you're also a consultant, so not only are you doing that, but you're wearing the consultant hat as well, and so you're doing the recipe and you're trying to learn and you're brand new at this, and so it can be really chaotic. So trust me when I tell you, when you're done with your launch party at the end of the night and you just think, oh my goodness, can I really do this? Yes, you can. You just got through the hardest step, okay? So from then on, it's, I'm not going to say smooth sailing, but from then on it gets easier and you learn more. And if you really, really want a successful Pampered Chef business, because I'll be honest with you, there are some consultants that are like, yeah, this is cool. I'm just doing it for whatever, something to do, whatever. That's totally fine. But if you really want a successful Pampered Chef business where this can become a career for you maybe in the future, then please, by all means, come to meetings. Come to do as many trainings as you possibly can, just all kinds of fun stuff. And meetings, I kind of said that wrong because I made it sound like only if you're interested and really serious about the business do you have to come to meetings. That's not true. Meetings are so important. Are they mandatory? Of course not. This is your business. You don't do this business for anybody but yourself or your family or whatever. If you signed on my personal team, you don't do this business for me. What I get out of it as, your director or whatever, that's a bonus and it's a perk for me. And I truly believe that way. So you're never going to find me calling you at the end of the month going, hey, where's your sales? Are you going to submit it? Or, turn in? Are you going to submit? Yeah, I'll definitely call you if, something needs to be said or, whatever. But I don't want you to think that that's what we have going on here. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was talking about, and I lose my train of thought pretty easily. It's like a squirrel. You'll notice that if you have not met me in person, a little bit of ADD, just a little bit. So you're going to do your launch party. That's definitely important. Your recruiter will be with you, and it's their job to help get you bookings, and that's kind of how you get your business off to a good start, okay? So I want you to go online though, okay? So make sure that you go log into Consultants Corner. So you go to pamperedchef.com, and then once you're on, you can log in or sign in as a consultant. And if you signed with me personally, your username is your email address that you gave me, and your password is Mandy1, capital M, and then lowercase ANDI, and the number 1. And then once you go in, you can change your password to whatever you want to do. But I always use that for brand new consultants. So you guys can go ahead and change it if you want to, or leave it, either way. So log in, and then you're going to see an orange box once you log in. Consultants Corner is the place that has all the consultant information, and there's tons of links and all kinds of fun stuff. But you're going to see an orange box that says Pampered Chef University, or PCU. This is where you do all of our online training. Okay, so click there. It'll tell you, to get started, and then you're actually going to see 1 through 5. They're actually resources, or course resources, or however they have it called, and there are some pretty important things in there, okay? I did make a little list here so I can just mention them to make sure that you pay attention to these ones specifically. In step 1, make sure that you really pay attention to the email that you get from the company saying when your 30 days and your 90-day deadline is, because when you submit $1,250 in your first 30 days, you're going to be getting whatever the special was for the month that you signed up in. For instance, it could be extra Pampered Chef dollars, which are PC dollars, could be a piece of cookware, could be, just a bunch of different things. They change every single month, and we don't know what the special is to have for joining until the first of that month. None of us know. So anyway, that is in your first 30 days. If you do $1,250 in sales, which means you're qualified in your first 30 days, you get whatever that is for free, plus you get 100 PC dollars. PC dollars are basically like a credit that never goes away, and you can use these to buy products as a consultant on your 20 to 30% consultant discount, and you can also use them to buy supplies. So you got your paperwork and your catalogs and your kit, but if you ever want to buy more, you can use these Pampered Chef dollars for that. You can also use them for National Conference, which is always in July in Chicago, and it's usually like $200 registration fee to go, and you can use Pampered Chef dollars to pay for that, or you can do a combo of PC dollars and credit card or whatever you want to do too. So and by the way, National Conference, amaze balls. Okay, it's like a total must do. I promise you, you will have an amazing time. And all of us, we go, and it's awesome. So anyway, that talks a little bit about PC dollars and what you can get in your first 30 and 90 days. Just so you know, for every $1,250 you submit in sales, and that's your subtotals and all your orders, just so you know, okay, it's commissionable sales. So that's going to be before shipping and before tax when you're totaling everything up. Every $1,250 you do in sales in your first 90 days, you're going to get another 100 PC dollars, okay? Also, for every person you have join your personal team, so every person you recruit who also qualifies, meaning they do their $1,250, you get another 100 PC dollars, okay? So I'm telling you, in the first month especially, but then of course in the first 60 and 90 days, you get tons from the company for free. So please, by all means, take advantage of that, okay? The other thing too, there is, if you look on, I think it's resource number 2, there's a thing that's called the launch list. This is super important to do. Either print this out and use it yourself, or this is a lot like if you've heard people talk about the list of 100, like 100 people that you know. A lot of times it's, list 5 people that are friends, 5 people from your workplace, 5 people that are your family, and so on and so forth. This, and you actually, if you go to the files section here on our Pampered Chef Facebook page, you will see one of the files that says list of 100 or something like that, and that's something that you can print off and use too. Kind of get your mind just thinking of all the people that you do know. Just remember, you can only use one person's name one time on that whole list, okay? You can't use Aunt Susie as your friend and your family member, okay? The other thing you could use, maybe you've heard of, is a Frank's list. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, I think it's acquaintances, I can't remember, neighbors, kids, and spouse, okay? FRANKS. People through those walks of life. I also heard of an Alice list, and I don't know exactly what those all stand for, but basically just kind of get your mind thinking. So that's something that's really important for you to do, and I highly encourage you to do that as a brand new consultant. And if you're taking this as a refresher, you're kind of looking at this as a refresher course, please redo it right now. Get your list out and remake it, because chances are things have changed. So, and really you should be refreshing your business every 6 months to a year, to be, staying, fresh, and to kind of keep it afloat, if you will. So something to think about. Also, you will notice here in resource number 2, it'll say eBiz tools. What this is your Pampered Chef website. Okay, now that you're a consultant, you get a free Pampered Chef website for 3 months. Okay, it's really cool because once you have a website, say somebody books a party with you, you go onto your website and you set up their link. So when Holly host is doing a party, you can literally have a link that you can share with her and with all of her friends and family. That it's like, pamperchef.com/go/whatever it is. I don't know. You'll see the link on there. But you set it up, and then people can order on your website right under her party, so she gets all of the orders for it. Also, people can go right on your website who are not affiliated with the show and just order, and you get the commission from that. So a website is really awesome to be able to have, and if you ask me, it's like a must-have if you really are wanting to work your business. You get it free for the first 3 months. After that, it is $11 per month, just so you know, okay? All right, then resource number 3 when you're looking on there, order payment account. This is super important, okay? As a brand new consultant, there has to be a way, when you go and do your parties, we take 3 forms of payment. We take cash, check, or charge. Debit and credit is the best thing for us. We don't get charged anything. So if somebody can pay with a card, that's awesome. All you do is you take their card number, the expiration date, yeah, and their billing zip code. Make sure you do not just assume that it's the zip code where they live, okay? Because sometimes people have their bills sent to like their work address or a different address or something. So make sure that you do ask, what is your billing zip code for that card? If you have a wrong zip code, the card will get declined, okay? So just keep that in mind. So order payment account, this is what this is. You want to go to your bank, and you want to set up a separate account. What I have is a separate checking account. It's nothing you pay extra for, nothing like that. At my credit union, I do all online banking. So what I have is I have a savings account, and then I have a checking account for my personal stuff, like for me and my husband. And then I have another checking account that is just for my Pampered Chef business, okay? And I personally can move money around if I want to. But that other account that I set up, what this is I gave that account number when I set up my order payment account, because anybody who pays in cash or check at your party, by the way, checks are all made out to you. Anybody who pays that way, you then have to take that money, deposit it into that account, and then within 3 to 4 business days, always make sure that money's in there, just to be safe, by 3 days later, okay? I try to do even 2, because you don't want to have the company try to draw money out of account and there's nothing there, okay? So regardless, as soon as you get that money, deposit it in the account, and then Pampered Chef pulls the money out of that account to pay for their orders on that show. Does that make sense? So that's basically how you get Pampered Chef the money for that order. With a credit card, all you do is when you go to enter the order, you just type in the credit card information and it runs it when you submit the show. It will not run a card until you submit the show, okay? So that is super important. In that same account, that order payment account, that's what they call it, that same account that I just set up with my bank, I also have my direct deposit set up through that. Direct deposit is free, and we get paid twice a month. We get paid on the 7th and the 21st of every month. Any sales, any orders, any shows that you submit, okay, actually has to be submitted to the company between the 1st and the 15th of the month, you're going to get paid for on the 21st of that month. Any orders, shows, whatnot submitted between the 16th and the end of the month, you are going to get paid on the 7th of the following month. Does that make sense? We get paid twice a month. If you do not have your direct deposit set up, you will get a paper check, but they take a couple dollars out of your money to send the check, and it only comes once a month. And I think it's like right around the 10th. So please do me a favor, set up the direct deposit, then you know your money's going to be in there, at midnight on that day. The other thing that when you're doing your shows and you're submitting your shows as a brand new consultant, you can personally use like your personal debit or credit card that you have to pay for things. Like say if you don't have that account set up or whatever, like and somebody paid you in checks or cash and you deposit them in your personal account and you just use like your debit card to pay for them, you can do that, but only up until your 60th day as a consultant. So after that, you won't be able to use your personal card anymore. So make sure that you get that account all taken care of right away. don't wait like within the first week. It's really important, okay? Because you want to make sure you're getting paid direct deposit wise too. If you look at resource number 4, you're going to see some stuff about recipes. I'll be honest with you, I do not like to cook. I'm not a fan of cooking. I'm not like confident in cooking. So I have 3 recipes that I offer. That's it to my host, okay? If you're, really don't want to do 3, do 2. That's fine. And you pick the recipes, and it's whatever you're comfortable making. Try them out at home, obviously. Pick which ones you want to offer, and then that is what you offer your host, okay? Don't let your host just pick through a cookbook and say, oh, I want to make this, and you're like, I've never even heard of that. So anyway, make sure that you control it. This is your business, okay? And talk to me, talk to your recruiter, talk to your director on what are some good recipes to use as a brand new consultant, because depending on what you have in product wise is what you can make at your parties. Do not use any products that are not Pampered Chef while doing your cooking show, okay? So unless they're a Pampered Chef product, just don't use them. Now, if you have a host that's like, oh, I really want to make these, blah, 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 whatever, and you're like, I don't have the pan for that, and she has it, like say something's like in a muffin pan or something, let her make that and let her have it already made before the party, and just tell her, hey, listen, these are the 2 that I offer, so pick one of these 2. You can have that already made, that's totally fine, but I only use Pampered Chef products, and I'm starting out, and this is what I'm comfortable with, so I promise that your party will be more successful if I'm comfortable, so really just I want you to pick one of these. And they'll get it, and that's fine, So anyway, that's something important to remember. Also, there is kind of like a mock cooking show on there that you guys can click on, and it kind of shows you a little bit. I'll be honest with you, go to YouTube and search Pampered Chef cooking shows. There are tons, and there are some really, really good ones, okay? There's also a lot of different like training things, a lot of fun things. A couple people, if I were you, I would search for with Pampered Chef. Love Carpenter, she's fantastic. She does a really good job. Let me see here. Jill Lerner is another one. Jillian Grant is another one. I'm trying to think. Oh, Christina, and I always like murder her name. Christina Mansicalo. Is that how I say it? I know, I'm so bad at this. Hold on. I want to see exactly how I say it. Christina Mansicalo, I think. Maniscalo. That's how you spell it. Google, or not Google, but YouTube her. She's awesome. She does great shows. She's just really fun. So she's one of my girlfriends. She's really cool. Yvette Yeomans is another one that's really awesome to watch, and it's super fun. So please, by all means, ask away and kind of watch and learn how to do it. Marna Ross. Marna is our upline executive director. She has shows on there as well. Watch some of hers. Also, ask a lot of us to come with us to our parties, okay? For those of us who have been doing it for a while, we love to take new consultants with us so you guys can watch and train, so that's super important too, okay? So make sure you do that. Real quick, resource number 5 you were going to see on there. It is a business building kit. You'll see that you can actually order that. This is only offered to brand new consultants, and I do believe you have to order this within your first 60 days as well. It's $48. It's $120 value, but you're going to see all the different things you get in there. You get a bunch of paperwork. You get the booking and recruiting slide, which is really cool. You get the cool and serve tray, a bunch of seasonings. So definitely take a look at it because it's awesome. So if you can swing the $48, order that on a supply order like now. It's cool. And if you're not going to order it, tell me. I'm going to order it under your name because that's how great it is. So that's a little bit. You're going to see a video from Doris Christopher. She is our founder of the Pampered Chef. She founded it back in 1980. And then Tracy Brickcool is our new CEO. Just so you know, Tracy is like the right-hand woman to Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett owns Pampered Chef now. And so we're not going anywhere, okay? So these ladies are awesome. You're going to see that that video that they have there too on the Pampered Chef University. So that's a little bit about starting out. So really, take advantage of those things. But a couple of questions that I did get from one of our newer consultants that I want to just go through real quick. Basically, I'm just going to read the question and then answer it for you real quick, okay? How do I place an order for supplies? Great question. You go to Consultants Corner. We talked about how you log in. Up in the top right-hand corner, you're going to see a little shopping cart. And if you just kind of hover over that, you'll see a little drop-down menu and it'll say supply, okay? Just so you know, if you are an older consultant and you've been doing this for a while and you're not active, meaning you have not submitted at least 150 in sales this month, you will not be able to order supplies until you become active. So if that is the case and you really do need something, like you need some new catalogs or something, talk to your recruiter or talk to your director, and they can help you out with that, okay? Says, can we walk through an online order? Yeah, an online order, if you ever want to order something from your website, basically, this is really cool. You can actually make commission off of this, but we have a spot on our website that is called the outlet. And what it is, a category called the outlet, if you go to your website or pamperedchef.com, and what the outlet is already discontinued Pampered Chef products that are at a really low rate, okay? These are basically kind of like the clearance section. You cannot add any of these products to a show, though, okay? So anybody at a party cannot order from the outlet section. It has to be something that is in our current catalog to be counted as a party. But you yourself, if you wanted to go to your website and do an order, for something on the outlet, especially if you wanted to do it for, gifts or for your upcoming host or something like that, you make commission on that stuff. So it's a really good thing to try to do that. Okay. And if you have questions about any of this, talk to us. All right. What materials should be in a folder at a party? So at your party, you are going to have a guest packet. Okay. Your guest packet is something that you give each one of your guests at the party, okay? This is an example of what my guest packet looks like. This is a folder that I bought at Staples for $1, $1.29, something like that. And it has 3 places that you can put things. I use the home office sales slip here, the order form. You do not have to use this. You can use the printed off ones, and you'll find those, on the here on the Facebook page, or on the Power Team page that you were also added to. The Power Team page is run by our Executive Director, Marna Ross, and so she's your upline, and you are welcome to all the files on that page as well as all the files on this page. So chances are you were just added to a lot of Pampered Chef group pages. So please go to the file section, use anything that you want. So anyway, you can use those. Just make sure to change our information or whoever's information is on that document, edit it, change it to your information, then print it and use it or save it and whatnot. So the order forms, we also have order forms made where you can just print them off so you don't have to buy these ones, and they're 2 to a page. So that might be a better option for you. As long as you get their email address, that's the most important thing, is getting their email address here. You can email them a receipt and they don't have to keep this paper, okay? And the email is super important because when you submit that order, you are going to, their order is going to be basically associated with their email address. So if they ever have any warranty issues or, whatever the case is, they have a question, they can then call the Pampered Chef themselves, the home office, and they don't have to remember who the consultant was that they bought it from or who the host was, and maybe they have a cracked stone or whatever. All they have to do is give their email address and boom, the company can look it right up, which is awesome. So make sure you get the email, okay? Other than that, a couple things that I do want to point out though, and this is totally kind of backwards, so I apologize. But down here, you're going to notice it says, round up your order to feed the hungry. What this is Pampered Chef partners with Feeding America, and whatever your total ends up being, at the party or your guest total, they can round up to the next closest dollar and donate that change. And all that change for all of us, if you're in the Mid-Michigan area, goes to the local food bank, and for all of us, it's the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan, and then they distribute to all the smaller communities. Most people just round up to the next dollar, easier to balance the checkbook. Some people will donate a couple dollars, some people don't donate, and that's totally fine. But just so you know, something to say at your parties too, that the food banks can actually feed 8 people per dollar donation. So it's actually a really cool thing, and Pampered Chef does that with Feeding America. So anyway, I always talk about this, and I actually go through this at my parties in the very beginning so people know what it is they're looking at. And then if you go just above there, you're going to see the shipping and handling. Just so you know, everything ships to the host for $5.25. Doesn't matter if a guest orders $1 worth, hundreds dollars worth, whatever. It's $5.25 to have it shipped to the host. Sometimes hosts are like, I really don't want to mess with sorting orders, or maybe somebody's ordering who's far away from the host. Direct ship is awesome. Any subtotal that is between $1 and $99 is $7.25 to have it direct shipped. So it's only $2 more, which is really cool. Between $100 and $200 is going to be $9.25. So it's the extra $4. And if it's over $200, I believe it's 7%, whatever the total is going to be the shipping charge. So it's really cool if you have people that just want their stuff shipped direct to them. Awesome. Make sure you get their address though. Anyway, so that's the order form. Then of course I have the catalog, and I do talk about on the very back of the catalog, I do go over the host rewards chart with them, and I let them know exactly how much they're getting in free products and so on and so forth. And this is actually one of the questions that were on the list. I'm just looking down here. Hold on, hold please. But anyway, she wanted to know how do you tell the host what they are getting. So what that is you look right here at this host rewards chart, and you can see, I know this is like backwards for you, so I apologize. It's kind of weird. I think it's backwards for you. Maybe it's not. I have no idea. Maybe it's just backwards in my computer. Anyway, so say for instance, you can see here with we'll say $800 party. If you get to the $800 level, which is right there, it's $165 they're going to get in complete free. They don't pay tax or anything like that on it. Then they get 4 half-off items. That could be anything in the entire book. It doesn't just have to be, they don't have to pick just from these. These are just little extra combos the company put together that hosts can pick from, but they can actually pick from anything in the entire book. And then after that, they are going to get a 30% discount. You see that 30%? It says product discount. What that is, so they would be getting their $165 and free. What if they pick out, say $175 worth of stuff, and they had that $10 remaining? They get 30% off whatever that remaining balance is, okay? Now with the half-offs, you don't get your half price and then 30% off of that, okay? It's just half price. So everything is separate. You're free, your half price, and then your 30%. And then also, that's always, doesn't matter when they do their party, it's the same every single month. On top of that, every single month, Pampered Chef also gives a host special, which is 60% off something. The company usually picks whatever that product is. A couple times a year, they'll do 60% off your choice type of thing. But anyway, so those are the perks that the host is getting, all right? So you're able to tell them. Now, you as the consultant, and will tell you, let them pick out their free, their half price, and whatever their 60% off is. But that extra 20, 25, or 30% off discount that they're going to be earning, make sure that you tell them, hey, go ahead and get anything else that's on your list, or ask your mom, or ask your sister, or ask whoever if there's something extra they wanted. We can put it under under your name on your party or whatever. And reason being is we make commission on that, okay? So we're going to be making money on anything that is ordered on that 20, 25, or 30% product discount. We do not make commission on any of the free or any of the half price or the 60% off host special, okay? So that's something I always really want to talk about. The last thing that I put in my guest packets is this little thing right here, and you got a package of these that came in your red box with your kit. This is information about becoming a Pampered Chef consultant, okay? I put one of these with this side showing in every guest packet, and I always tell them, listen, the best thing that I can show you or I can sell you tonight at your party or here tonight while, we're doing Holly Host Party is this kit, the starter kit, okay? And, I'll have another video about recruiting and all that fun stuff, but this is something that I definitely put in there. So those are my 3 pieces that go in a guest packet, okay? All right, so what is something else? It says, what items do I need to make the recipe? What items do I need to make the recipe that's on the menu sheet? Okay, so make sure that you are talking with whoever you signed up with. If you joined and you don't have a specific recruiter, please message me and I will talk to you about it, because there are certain recipes that are awesome as brand new consultants, and we can talk about which tools that you want to use. In your starter kit, you got a lot of awesome tools, especially that manual food processor. You take that to every party. That is amazing. And it's $52. You want to be selling that thing. All right. What items should I be displaying at my parties? I'm a huge fan of less is more. All right. I literally take the items that I need to my party and that's it. I don't take extras. If the host asked me to bring something along, or for instance, the veggie spiralizer just came out and that's becoming a really popular product, I'll take that extra, and I might take like I took a potato or something, and with me, and I showed that at the party because it's just kind of a cool tool, and it's $62. I mean, hello, if I show it, they're gonna buy it for $62. Cool. So anyway, but I only take the Pampered Chef products that I need for that actual recipe. Let the catalog do the rest of the selling for you, and I don't want you thinking you have to haul everything. Okay. All right. Let me see here. It says, can we talk a little bit about the incentives that a host gets and how it all works? We just kind of talked about that with their free half price and all that fun stuff. This is a good question. She says, I don't want to seem too pushy, so how do I bring up asking them to join Pampered Chef without seeming that way? All right, couple things. First of all, you have something to offer. You really do, okay? I've never sold anything before I sold Pampered Chef. I was a radio DJ, all right? I don't even cook. All right. I don't like to cook. I mean, I do cook because I have to feed myself and my family, but I don't enjoy it. And it's more of like a necessity for me. But I personally know I have something to offer these people, right? Because this business has changed my life. And I am so happy that Karen asked me to join the Pampered Chef, seriously. Because at the time, I had no idea that it was going to be so great. At the time, I was like, yeah, cool. I like the discount and the starter kit, But in all honesty, it's been amazing. And because I'm happy somebody asked me to join, I just think I naturally feel like I'm doing them a favor by asking them. You know what I mean? I don't seem too pushy. And if they tell me no, that's totally cool. Like, I'm not taking it personal. That's fine. And just because they said no right now does not mean that's an always a no. Okay? So feel free to have a conversation with them. Make them your friend. Like, if you make them feel comfortable and you're having fun, they're going to like you. And that's really what it boils down to. And if they want to, they'll join your team, But another big thing is full service checkout is huge. And we'll have another video on exactly what full service checkout is as well. And that I encourage you to do at every single party from your first one on. And if you're not doing them and you've been doing parties already, please talk to me or talk to somebody else who does do the full service checkout. It is a game changer. If you want more parties booked, and you want more sales, and you want more, people joining your team, full service checkout is a must do. Okay. What is the process for when the show order arrives to the host house? Great question. You can let all of your hosts know that anybody who had it shipped to them, okay, direct ship, it would ship automatically to the guest. Everyone else is going to ship right to the host. It's all going to come in big brown cardboard boxes. They have PC on them. And it all gets shipped via FedEx, all right? And FedEx will leave it at their door if they're not home, so let them know that as well. I believe FedEx does not deliver on Sundays and Mondays, I think is what I'm told. That could change, of course. But anyway, it comes FedEx. Tell them to open all the boxes that they get, okay? In one of those boxes, not necessarily the first box, okay? In one of those boxes, there's going to be a long sheet of white paper, perforated white paper, and you can just rip it apart. That is how the host knows who ordered what, and that's like their little receipt type of thing. So she goes through and she picks the products out of the boxes, puts them in a bag, and then delivers them or has the guest come pick them up at her house, okay? Non-food sales tax, this is really good. You're going to notice on some of the order forms, especially if you're using the ones that came in your new consultant kit, you're going to see where there's a box that says product and then there's a box that says pantry. Anything that people buy that we can eat, so any seasonings, rubs, beer bread, pizza crust mix, whatever, anything that they can eat, you total that up separately from everything else and you write it in a separate spot, okay? It'll be under pantry section or whatever. Reason being, we don't tax food in Michigan, okay? So you're gonna total everything else up first, then the shipping, which is the $5.25 or whatever, and if anybody gives you grief about it, taxing shipping charges is a state law, okay? It's a thing that Michigan does, all right? So that's not on Pampered Chef, all right? And other companies, if there's other direct sales companies that don't do that, trust me, they're just hiding it somewhere. Like, that is really the way that it goes, is what I'm told anyway. So that's what I explain to my hosts too if they ever have any questions about that. I just say, I know it's a state of Michigan thing, but it's only $5.25, blah, blah, blah. So you 6% sales tax that, and then you add your pantry items on, and then that's your total, okay? So that's kind of how that works. She wanted to know if there are separate cookbooks for things like the rock crock, deep cover baker, manual food processor, even the brownie pan, the microwave egg cooker is another one. There are tons of cookbooks, e-cookbooks, if you will, even in the file section on this page, and then on the Power Team page too. They're basically cookbooks that Pampered Chef consultants have compiled And I have them even printed off. Like, for instance, I have one sitting here. This one would be for, this is the brownie pan one. I had this printed off, I think like at Office Max or something, and they bound it and everything for like less than $10. And I pass this around at my parties. So then, especially for things like the Rock Rock or something a little more expensive, if you give them recipes, um, they're gonna want to buy it even more. So anyway, these are really cool and they're free. Just put your information on them, save them to your computer, email them to your consultant or your guests and your hosts and all that fun stuff. Okay, so anyway, I know this video is super long and there was a lot to get to, and I really wanted to be able to kind of touch on things. I'm sure I even forgot some things, but I just think it's really important because when you're starting out, you have a lot of questions and it could be really overwhelming, and you're not alone though, which is really cool. So please, by all means, send me a message. If we personally have not met yet, excuse me, and you didn't, join my personal team or something, send me a message anyway on here, okay? Because I really would love to be able to meet you. And I am here for anything that you need. Just so you know, I do have two little kids, two little boys. So texting is way easier for me than calling. And actually, if you call me and you get my voicemail, it'll say, "Hey, can you text me?" And that's just, it's a personal preference for me. Or Facebook message is fine too. I have my phone on me all the time, and chances are if you call me, I have a kid screaming in the background. So they're in bed right now. That's the only reason that it's working. But my phone number is 989-672-9129. Make sure you store that in your phone under PC Mandy or Pampered Chef Mandy or the girl who talks a lot or whatever. So thank you guys so much for joining the Sylvester Organization. I appreciate it. You're going to have a lot of fun with your business. And like I said, above all else, just make it fun, enjoy it, and any questions, anything that you need whatsoever, ask. What do they say? The squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? All right. Thank you guys. Have a fabulous day. Mwah. Bye.